Wow, I wonder who could have predicted this. I wonder who is the madman who might have predicted this. Chapter? What? Oh my god, is God Valley, the Island of Fate. Time to munch on apples and return to the flower capital. So I think this is done. I think Yamato's story is basically done, by the looks of it. Very cute. Very cute. Unless they find an ancient weapon on their way back. I guess that's always a possibility. That's always a possibility. Okay, let's go. Pirate Island full of lead. 39 years ago. Huh? Did you look everywhere? Don Marlin was on last night's security team. They've all been killed. So even Don Marlin couldn't keep herself. I'm wrong. Okay, so she got taken. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. It's unthinkable. Who could have done this? What did you say? Huh? Oh, Shacky's been kidnapped. The crime happened within a window of just a few hours. But without any clues to solve the mystery, the pirates could only wail and gnash their teeth in anger. Yeah, I'm surprised about this. Because Oda doesn't do a lot of these like kidnapped segments. At least not with like all the top heavy hitters, right? Like the only thing we've seen that is like full on kidnapped was Ace. Everyone else has been tied up in some kind of shenanigans, but no one's ever been like straight up locked in chains, yoinked. Because I think Oda doesn't really do this with a lot of characters who are supposed to be strong. And like my read on Shakky was always that she was strong enough to never be yoinked. That was my read on it. I just thought Oda was gonna make her strong enough that she is just not yoinkable. Please be safe, Shakky, please. Damn it, Rocks, what are you doing over there? I'll tear you to pieces. Bro is mauling. Bro is mauling. The news swiftly crossed the seas. Shakky. I want to see if Rayleigh... I really hope this is the moment where Rayleigh pulls his devil trigger and goes ham. I hope this is where the mask slips. Smiles vanished from the face. I saw in the corner of my eye reasonable crash out. Very understandable crash out from Roger. Very understandable. Very understandable. Okay. By the way, because I want to cope about being wrong, I'm still going to assume that there might be something else going on. I want to cope that something might have happened and Shakky wasn't just yoinked. We'll see. Smiles vanished from the faces of all the crestfallen people, and it was said that all economic activity around the world went stagnant for weeks. Now wait, Oda, I think we gotta pump the brakes on this one. Okay. I think that's a bit too much. I think that's a bit too much. I think that's a bit too much, okay? The world's economy went stagnant for a few weeks. I think we're going a bit too hard on this little gag here. Otherwise, reasonable crash out. World's reasonable crash out. I think this is a bit unreasonable. I think this is a bit too much. Because Shakky was super popular, obviously, right? But the fact that, like, the entire world would be in mourning, it seems like a bit too much. A bit too much. I found this beyond suspension of disbelief. A bit too much. A bit too much. 1 year later, God Valley, West Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time we lock in. Oh, Garling, I'm so happy to see you. I always believed you would come back. Shamrock, Shanks, it's your father. You had twins? They're adorable. Yes, and they're yours. Now you can live here with me. Guys. There's a weird feeling in the bottom of my stomach right now. Oh, if they're living anywhere, it won't be here. This island will cease to exist soon. Huh? And I've already ordered a I've already special ordered a wife who is befitting of me. All I have to do is make her wait. All I have to do to make her mine is to win this competition. Competition? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, hats off to Oda for finally just being gloves off. This is how I expect them to act. Not like a little thing of, oh, they're bad. Oh, they're doing these things. Nah, bro just came to the island, saw his ex-wife. He is evil to the bone. He just literally killed her. Straight up. Yeah. Yeah. I do really wonder how they met and how this happened, though. Very, very curious to see how this happened, because it doesn't seem like when she sees him, she's like, I don't know if she's naive or she genuinely believes this, which I guess would be shades of the same thing. But I don't really see her talking like, Shamrock, Shanks, it's your father. It doesn't really seem like she even has a weird feeling about him at all. My headcanon is that Shakky felt the same way Boa did during Amazon Lily. She literally became sick. Maybe. It seems like she had no idea who he really was. Yes, I think she doesn't know anything about like his stature or anything. I don't think she has any idea that he's linked to the world government in any meaningful way. Also, Shanks' mom, I don't know if I just don't see what the ladies see, but this man, he doesn't have drip. He doesn't have drip. I don't know what you saw in him. I don't know if he was the kindest man on the planet, but he does not have drip. He does not. He in fact looks like a clown. And this is coming from me. Maybe he got some of his memory erased or some emotion erased, kind of like Gunko, or she just dumb. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do really like how gloves off this is, though. This really feels like Oda is just like, this guy unambiguously bad. That's it. No ifs, no buts, nothing. He bad. He bad. I really, really hope Shanks gets a guts moment with them. I hope to God that Shanks goes ham against them. I want to see I want to see him scream and shout and tear this guy to shreds. All right, let's see. Begin the preparations. Yes, sir. Disembarking now. The world government's navy ships are here? Yes, they've got the whole island surrounded. Is there some wanted criminal on the island? Bring the children indoors. Nah, bro, like, I know what's gonna happen here, and I'm already like kind of Garling is clearly a manipulative bastard. I mean, he unironically looks like a psycho. Like, actually unironically. Cause like, he is smiling. Look at his face. He is smiling when he's talking about how he's ordered a wife and he's gonna wipe out an island. I think he is like actually a psycho. Like, actually. There is not a shred of empathy on that face. Nothing on that face. Just a quirky little smile. So yes. Now, one thing I see you talking about, and I have talked about before, what I want to see with the old Shamrock and the old Shanks, is I want to see Dante and Vergil. I want to see two very different, but in some ways exactly the same philosophies, except they were just raised by different people, right? Like, Dante and Vergil weren't raised by different people. Vergil was kind of just an ass, whereas Dante was the goat. But with Shamrock, obviously his childhood would have been very different. But I want to see them meet, and I want to see them fight, and I want to see them talk about their life philosophies, just like we saw with Harald and Rox. I want to see the fight of two brothers. That's what I want. Garling is just a better looking Charlos. Kind of. Use only tranquilizer rounds. Apprehend those who do not resist. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Lieutenant Commander, what is the purpose of this operation? It's training. Oh god, no. Why is this like the, I need to read about this. Is this the universal propaganda that has always been used? Like, everywhere? Let's get real for a second. Why is it that every single time people are unironically deployed into war, they're always told it's training? Is this the universal thing that is just like a thing everyone does? Like, you literally get deployed on a battlefield, you're like, what's going on? Training. You're in no position to ask questions, Rook. But sir, platoon leader, what is this kid's problem? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'll give him a talking to. Is this who I think it is? I think it is. It is? Yeah? Okay. Okay. I thought so. I thought so. It feels like this is always a thing. Because everyone's like, I thought this was training, and I ended up on a war zone. I guess it's realistic at least, so... Oh, you there! What's happening? Don't resist, just stay put. Huh? Bro, that's not Blackbeard, is it? Surely not. Surely not. Plenty of examples of attempted coups over the last few decades where the soldiers are just told it's just training exercise. It feels like it is a universal thing, yes. Okay. Run for it, they're arresting everyone! But why? They just look like normal civilians to me. Stop thinking it... Okay, so Oda, this is a bit too much on the... This is a bit too on the nose, my guy. Stop thinking. Individual thoughts only distract you from the will of the group. It's bit too much on the nose. Focus on completing the mission. But... Huff. Huff. It's fine. They're tranquilizer rounds. I'm not killing anyone. Bro, you know you're coping. You know you're coping. You know you're coping, my guy. So I guess we know how a guy gets radicalized. I guess this is POV making a revolutionary. I'm sorry about this. If you allow us to arrest you, I won't have to shoot. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm leaving the island out of the way. Navy sailor, Monkey D. Dragon, future Revolutionary Army commander, and father of Luffy. So, yeah, so we know how you, well, we know how to make a revolutionary, I guess. Stop thinking individual thoughts and just complete the mission. We are just destroying the walls and Daredevil's mentality? Pretty much. Dragon, Dad, I'll go to God Valley. They said it's training. Garp, good luck dealing with Celestial Dragon's field trip, son. I'll go for a vacation. That's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. I assume he's gonna be doing, like, I'm already buying dragon stocks, by the way. I'm not gonna open up the stocks right now, but I am buying a dragon stocks. I just want to see what did he see for him to actually be like... For him to hold on to this for so long. He's like 17 at this point. Is he like actually 17? I don't know exactly how old he's supposed to be because like One Piece ages are all kinds of weird. Like bro looks 35 to me. So I don't know. Because like compared to Luffy, ain't no way he's 17. But like again, who knows? I want to see... I almost wish God Valley is told from his perspective. Which it seems like it even might be. Put on your masks. We're using... Oh, does he have a devil fruit now? I assume not. Unless they're going to throw tear gas and he's about to... Yeah, we jumped away, never mind. They're about to use gas. And if he has his wind fruit, we might see the truth about his fruit right now. Let's see. Navy prison ship carry... That's one hell of an introduction. Navy prison ship parentheses carrying slaves. Okay. Beep 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 beep. Well, communications room. Huh? Did I just hear someone? You did. Hey bro, Jenny, you alright? Yeah, it all worked out. The intel agent should come by to get us. Wait, she leaked it? The goat. The intel agents. Who the hell is the intel agents? Is this the guy who bought like $600,000 worth of Intel stock using like his grandma's money? That's a reference if you know what that is. Imagine if he steals one of the prizes and that's how he gets his fruit. I mean, maybe. It would be a cool reveal that he already had it. He's currently 16 in this flashback. He's 55 currently. He's supposed to be 16? We learned in Kuma's... Did we already know this? I forgot. Would you kids shut up? Don't ruin the things for the rest of us. You're going to get us punished too. Punished? You fool! We're all going to die if you don't try to learn where this ship is going, and you don't even struggle to survive. What makes you think you'll be lucky enough to make it out? Dragon's marine internship is God Valley. That's one hell of an internship. Don't play games with miracles. Hang on, bro. She said she leaked God Valley's position in Kuma's flashback. I forgot. Pretty much all those characters, major characters' fate took a turn on this island. It was because Ginny sent the signal. Who did she send the signal to? I didn't know that slaves could be so feisty. Cypherpol Intelligence Agency. Oh yeah, you heard some incredible intel? What is it this time? Oh. Don't play dumb. I know you people picked it up too. Now pay me. You want me to sit on the scoop, don't you? Morgans, president of the new of the World Economic Journal. Why is he already a chicken? A chicken. Has he ever been not a chicken? How does some kid's local paper with a fancy name get an intel network like that? Careful or they'll snuff you out. Whoa, just try it. Either way, I'm leaking this to Pirate Island. I mean, bro's got dripped though. I'm not gonna lie, he is dripped out. Morgan being in his bird form permanently is so funny compared to the other zones. What I'm thinking about is this. What if he is literally chilling basically everywhere we've been? What if he is unironically a on-the-ground reporter himself? And no one knows. That would be big brain. He's a duck though? Something like that. Anyway, he's got drip. Like, he's got the cape. He's got the hat. He's dripped out. I still want to know how he even built, like, his news network. That's what I want to know. I just want a whole flashback about all the stuff he did in the world. This is like the world's most effective propaganda artist. Dude's able to sneak around incognito. Yep. So, Shacky's still alive! Are you serious? Where's she now? What a relief. God Valley. Where's that? So the whole thing, it is indeed exactly what people predicted. Except me. Everyone predicted this except me. Because I want it to be different. Everyone predicted this. Everyone predicted this except me. I was like, nah. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Well, to be fair, the reason why God Valley is happening isn't just Shakky. To be fair. Because Ginny didn't leak anything about Shakky specifically. To be fair. He's got the tweet fruit. That seems fishy. You sure about your source? The Navy's been taking action, so it seems solid. She's a prize in the Celestial Dragons' game? So that means whoever kidnapped her was with the world government? Shakky. It's the Celestial Dragons manhunt. I always thought that was just a tall tale. They've got devil fruits too. Kaido, you wanted one, didn't you? What powers are they? Could be good for my kids too. And you're sure it's not a trap? Shut up. He's an albatross. They're revered on the ocean and are almost seen as sacred to seamen. They say if you kill an albatross on the ocean, you'll face incredibly bad luck and the sea will kill you. Is this true? I'm gonna fact check this. Because this might be Big Morgan propaganda. This might be Big Morgan propaganda. Is it true that albatrosses are sacred to sailors? It is true. It is true. We have in fact fact-checked this by neutral sources, free of Big Morgan propaganda. There it is. If you're not committed, stay here. The rest of us are going to God Valley. The Roger Pirates. Hey, come on. Where's God Valley? Not close, but I'll make sure we're in time. We're going. Right, boys? No question. So they're locked in. What I'm very surprised by, and maybe we're gonna see something like this, is I am still surprised none of them have used weird travel techniques, like the rainbow stones and stuff, right? Like we talked about this right at the start of Elbaf. Some of the reasons for traveling around, not reasons. Some of the travel times seem a little bit odd. So I was half expecting one of them to start using weird ways to travel around faster. So I don't know. Probably not. They're probably just gonna sail and that's it. The reason Roger had gone to God Valley, at least was Shakky, not Rocks like we thought. Yeah, that is true. So the whole Rocks thing is not even necessarily true. Let's keep going. So, Rocks is on the move. Don't let him get the jump on us. It took just the tiniest bit of classified intel. We didn't think Roger would get involved. Lead with that next time. I'm going. To set off all the fiercest warriors of the sea. Celestial dragons, the big G word, people and using them as slaves as I sleep. Also, Garp Roger is there, real talk. I mean, the only thing I can assume is that he doesn't know anything. That's the only thing that makes sense. Rainbow stones are probably in the Sun Realm in Elbaf, which Rocks was denied entry to by Harald, so maybe they haven't gotten any. Maybe. Back in Kuma flashback, he said he knew. Bro, I need to go back to the Kuma flashback. What exactly did he know? I refuse to believe that he just saw the whole thing go down and was like, nah, he's fine. I refuse to believe that. If this is what he mentioned, there, like, no shot in hell is he cool with it. Like, Garp is a very... Like, Garp does seem to close his eyes to a lot of what the Navy is up to, right? But he absolutely has a breaking point. If this is what he said, 100% he doesn't know. Unless he is explicitly said that he knows about the games and what they do, I don't believe he knew. He's not cool with it, but what can Garp exactly do with the Celestial Dragons? I mean, it's not even just that. It's like... even in Marineford, the whole thing about like hold me down right now or I'm gonna go crazy and stuff, right? Like I think he absolutely has a breaking point at which point he would pop off. I wonder when Garp and Dragon last spoke and if they even talked about God Valley. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see. It's a giant ship. Who cares? Sink 'em. No, wait. What is it? Rocks? Don't slow us down. I was told to stop a certain pirate crew that was infatuated with a single woman, Rocks. If we make use of our strength, it could be child's play to sink your tiny ship. Do you see that boat in the distance? We've got government monitors. Oh, bro is surrounded. Harald, my goat! Harald, my goat! Why would you do this? Harald! Harald, my goat! And you think this is winning you points with the... Okay, here, let's go. And you think this is winning you points with the world government? Don't underestimate what we can do. King of the giant oafs. Does it please you to serve the government that sits on its comfortable perch and watches us destroy one another? I suppose it does, because you're the madman who wants to change Elbaf no matter what. Now, can we talk in private? I love these two. Like, these two's story is unironically some of the most interesting... Also, I just noticed, the way you have Rock's position and we literally see, like, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido just chilling behind him, that is a crazy panel. That is one crazy panel. Dude is chilling, and we literally see the three biggest people we saw in the present day just behind him. That is crazy. Okay, let's see. They are talking over sake. You know it's gonna get real when they're talking over sake. Okay. I'm sure you've heard where we're going and why. Well, I'm only gonna tell you this next part to you. It's not even for my crew to hear. What is His Majesty talking about over there? Well, la-dee-da. He's having a toast while my beloved Shakky is waiting to be rescued. Oh no. The truth is, okay, here we go. The truth is, I've got a hidden name. Davy D. Zabek. Now, I am honestly a little bit surprised by this. I am honestly a bit surprised that Oda is going this way. I made theories about this. But the fact that Rox's real name is just straight up Davy... Well, I mean, it's not really his name because it's still Zabek, right? Because I was half expecting the Davy connection... Well, now we know that it doesn't come from Luffy, right? But I was half expecting that the Davy connection might come from Joy Boy. But it doesn't. I'm glad to be here for this monumental occasion. Honestly, like, after we got the I'm a Davy Jones worshipper, him just being Davy D. Zebek, honestly, like, not even that surprising to me anymore. I was already vindicated once. Like, at this point, I'm already taking a victory lap, right? It's not rocks? It's the name of a clan that I suspect the world government has long tried to cover up. The descendants of the legendary pirate Davy D. Jones! Davy D. Jones! Also, what is up with water? Because I made a joke like 3 weeks ago that Davy's full name is gonna be Davy D. Water Jones. What's up with water? Davy D. Jones! Cinema. 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 Wow, I wonder who could have predicted this. I wonder who is the madman who might have predicted this. What a crazy thing to say, huh? Davy D. Jones. What a crazy thing to even consider. I wonder who might... You know what? I have been taking so many L's these past couple of chapters. Like, Shacky's been kidnapped. Harold and Rox fought. Wasn't expecting that. Davy D. Jones, I don't care. Cinema. I'm happy. I'm happy. Davy Jones could also be the real name of Joyboy, which would be just a nickname. Yeah, like... It would be interesting if all of this eventually links back to a single person, right? Because we already saw like the whole Nika stuff. There are Nikas that are being feared. Nikas. There is a Nika that is feared, and there's a Nika that is the god of liberation. It would be very, very interesting if, because ODA is starting to play with perspective, right? Like the Saber of Zebek. The reason why Blackbeard called his ship that is because that's his dad, and I think there is a lot less worshipping of rocks and more like that's my dad. Right? So, I'm wondering if all of this whole Davy D. Jones, the devil of the sea, the god of liberation, and all of this could just be the same person. And what we're dealing with now is just different philosophies of the same person. Interesting. 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 Koroto told me to buy Davy stocks. I did, and I'm making bank. Davy equals D theory is dead now? Yes. I think the D could be the half moon. That's the only thing that kind of like makes sense to me now. The descendants of the legendary pirate Davy D. Jones. I have a theory that Davy Jones's locker could refer to the icy cell in Marie while holding the giant straw hat. I have gone so much back and forth about what the hell that straw hat is that I don't know. Because my original theory was just that the straw hat was meant to be liberation, that it's like people of the sun, you know, like just regular farmers who basically rose up and went against the world government. That's what always was my assumption. It was just regular people, and that's why the straw hat became like a symbol of liberation. At this point, I don't know, like we are full blown into Norse mythos, pirate mythos, and about 60 other mythoses that like have a mural. So I don't know. I don't know. The next stock you should be holding is Long Ring Longland, in case you're wondering. Like we have gotten liberation about Davy D. Jones, but don't forget where this comes from. Don't forget where this comes from. And if actually you can buy stocks to this, I just remembered. It's right there. You can buy stocks. You can buy stocks to this right here at Koroto's Mystery Shack 4th Wall Shop. W plug. I want to believe. I want to believe. Okay, let's get back to the chapter. Do we have a confirmation on if Joyboy was a giant? No idea. As smooth as the game's combat? Yeah, have you heard of 4th Wall Shop, Koroto's Mystery Shack? Have you heard of this? We've already seen a drawing of Davy Jones in the Foxy arc during the SPS, although it seems like a joke. It might be is real. I've seen the drawing. I don't think it's real. I feel like Davy D had a different plan from Joyboy on how to counter Emu, and they failed spectacularly. So I have like a new wacky theory, right? So hockey, devil fruits. Hockey, devil fruits. Straw hat, the sea. let's assume that the original Joy Boy and the original Davy Jones are different people, right? They beefed, they went back and forth, they were both oppressed by the world government. Davy D. Jones was Vergil. He was Vergil. He said, we need absolute power. We need power to rise up. We need power to rise up and destroy them. Meanwhile, Joy Boy was like, bro, we got everything we need. We have to get together and we go back against the world government, right? We're just regular dudes. We're wearing straw hats, but the sun is with us this day. And they had hockey. And this is where the thing might have split, where Joy Boy became like, not Joy Boy, where Davy D. Jones became the devil of the sea, which again lines up with the whole Davy Jones's locker, right? That's the origin of the devil fruits. And then the other side becomes the hockey liberators. But what I don't like about that is the fact that devil fruits stem from dreams, right? So my theory about Joy Boy a long while ago was that he was branded as Davy D. Jones, the devil of the sea, even though he was the liberator, is because oppressive governments, they don't want you to fulfill your dreams and basically fight back against them, right? So you branded the thing that is a miracle technology, the devil fruits that come from dreams, right? They are made to fill your dream. Well, to the world government, your dreams are bad, so they're devil fruits. So I thought this was a twist of history on the good guy. But in this line of thinking, if we have like the Joy Boy pirates, who are kind of like the hockey side, and we have the Davy pirates, who are the devil fruit side, then it makes more sense to be devil of the sea, right? Because they're actually like just creating raw power and raw destruction. But I'm not sure I like this. Because both of them are very... That's the thing, like, I want to create this. My human brain wants to see a pattern. I want there to be a distinct pattern between hockey and devil fruits. But in the way that even Luffy's story is told, with, like, the God of Liberation devil fruit, right? It doesn't make sense. There is no neat split. So I don't buy this theory myself. I think I'm missing something. So I don't know. It could just be a thing where everything we know about Davy Jones and Joy Boy is a complete twist of history, in the same way we thought God Valley was them beefing, even though in reality it's them beefing against the world government. Like, really, Rox and Roger, they are currently beefing with the world government. They're only beefing with each other because there's a middleman who stole Shakky, right? I think we simply don't have all the pieces yet. We are missing a crucial link. Yeah, but that's why I'm making theories, because if we had every bit of crucial links, then I would be wrong, right? Because I wouldn't actually predict anything. It's much more fun to throw out a wacky idea like Davy D. Jones and then be right about it. Devil fruits are dreams and hockey is the will to go after those dreams. Am I cooking? You kind of are. You kind of are cooking with that. Because I think, like, hockey in the way it's been presented is such a, like, pure, like, unrefined just drive. It is just drive, purpose, reason, hope, all of these things rolled into one, right? And if I just think back to a simple straw hat, which somehow became the symbol of liberation, it became a crown, a simple straw hat that aligns with hockey, right? A simple thing that somehow liberated people is the one true crown. And then devil fruits seem like a much more, like, chaos. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep reading. I think we're gonna keep reading. Another stock you should buy is Law. The water in between, buy water stocks. Buy water stocks. Good old H2O. I swear to God, if we hear that it's not actually Davy D. Jones and it's Davy D. Water Jones, I'm actually gonna die. Will and dream. Will without a dream is empty. Dream without a will is weak. Maybe. Maybe. I think that does have, like, unfortunate connotations that don't really work. Because, like, Roger never had a devil fruit, right? And I think that kind of creates a... Like, Roger was a dreamer. And he definitely had... Well, I guess you could say that he didn't have the... But no, he did have the will. He always talked about, like being, like, going everywhere, doing everything, right? So he definitely had the will. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's keep reading. We took root in the criminal underworld. Now, I know this makes no sense. But the word underworld will always be sus to me. My soul could not find its way back from the underworld. I think he is literally just talking about a criminal underworld. I don't think there is anything else more. Okay, let's see. The criminal, exactly. Like I think I saw underworld. It was neuron activation. My timing was either great or terrible. You see, 2 years ago, I had a kid. And to make sure the danger couldn't befall them both, I sent my wife and child to my homeland. And told them to seek the DAVY clan for help. I see. So, your kin and your wife and a child are there in your homeland? And why would you admit this exploitable weakness to me? My home is God Valley. So the government did this as a means to lure you into their clutches? Nah, the celestial dragons are converging on that island. They don't want me coming there. That was a miscalculation on their part. It feels as though some great act of fate is pulling all of those strings behind the scenes. Kidnapping Shakky was their fatal mistake. As long as my wife and kid escape, I don't... Bro's a dad. As long as my wife and kid escape, I don't care about the rest. Bro is a W dad. W dad. Question. Wait, bro. No, I'm just thinking about Blackbeard now. Is Blackbeard just a slightly different dragon? Is that basically what we are witnessing? Two people who got radicalized in slightly different ways? Because if bro named his own ship after his dad because his dad was apparently a W dad, I mean, is he just not rebelling against the world because he wants to burn the entire place down? He's just like, you broke apart my family, I'm wiping everything? Loki just feels like a slightly different dragon. Bro just saw the cruelty of the world government and was just like, I'm taking it down. It's just, I guess Blackbeard is a lot more chaos. Bro said, I am Aaron Yeager. Jesus. Jesus. Blackbeard and Shanks from the same island? Are you saying it's Davy D. Shanks? It's not. It's definitely not Davy D. Shanks. It's definitely not Davy D. Shanks. It's not Davy D. Shanks. It's not. Family will always be everyone's biggest treasure. I remember that line. Family makes you... what was it? Family makes you vulnerable. A child is everyone's biggest vulnerability. What was that line? That was a good line. And it sure as hell looks like that. It sure as hell looks like that. I think it was Dragon. I'm pretty sure it was Dragon. Because I think they were talking about it with... when they were visiting, like, the Luffy Island. Davy D. Figurlin Shanks, though, sounds tough. I remember when Oda drew Blackbeard crying while there's a half moon in the background. The half moon could be Garland because he does look like a half moon. I could only imagine Blackbeard hearing the screams. I'm thinking about a lot of things now. Because number one, this very, very much continues to rise Whitebeard stocks. Because Whitebeard was the biggest W dad. He went around collecting traumatized children. He was like, come on, bro. I know. Come on, bro. He was W dad. But I'm just thinking about the fact that Blackbeard doesn't sleep. And I'm starting to wonder whether that wasn't as literal as they might have said. And that is just because bro is traumatized to hell and back. I think that might not have been a literal thing of he doesn't sleep at all. And it could have just been that Blackbeard is traumatized. So I don't know. I don't know. He has a weird body. They have said that. They have said that there are weird things about Blackbeard. Yes. So I don't know. I don't know.
Davy D. Shanks makes sense because Scott called him a child of destiny, and Shanks is at the crossroads of being born as a celestial dragon, and Davy yet inherited Will of D, Joy Boy from Roger. Still no explanation on how Blackbeard can have two fruits. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's a literal thing of like, you need to do some kind of ritual and sacrifice your soul to Davy or something. At this point, I literally wouldn't be surprised about anything. Rox could have used his devil fruit to fuse his soul to teach. I think it's gonna be something like that, because like if they know, like 1,000,000%, the fact that like at this point it's not even a question. Davy Jones's locker is directly linked to the origin of devil fruits. Davy Jones's locker is a euphemism for drowning, right? You make a deal with Davy, you lose your ability to swing. You sink to the bottom of the ocean. 100%. If they are the actual name bearers of Davy D. Jones, they know about the fundamentals of a devil fruit, which makes sense because Blackbeard knows about the fundamentals of a devil fruit. He is the lore master of devil fruits, clearly, right? So if there is some kind of thing where Rox is like, my time is up, I am like giving myself to the sea devil, my son will carry on my will, I could definitely see something like this. You literally make a deal with Davy Jones and he gives up his W dad for something. A Davy back fight with the devil? Now hear me out. That is the coolest thing I've heard about. A Davy back fight with the devil. Davy Jones being the sea devil could have credence since you're making a deal with the devil for getting a devil fruit power. I think it's that. I think it's that. I am 100% sensing the fact that's how all of this happens. I think Blackbeard is just gonna have like a... He's probably gonna carry like 2 souls inside of him or something like that. The only thing that kind of like makes me... Rox is a very, very different character from what I expected. Rox seems to be a lot more... Like, I mean, I think this sums it up quite well. As long as my wife and kid escape, I don't really care about the rest. And, like, his crew is also just, like, strong dudes, and together they want to fight back against the world government, and that's pretty much where it ends. He doesn't really seem to be doing, like, shady things with people he trusts. Like, with Harald, he continues to have dialogue, right? There is no... Like, I'm gonna sacrifice this for that. It doesn't really seem to be doing that. So, it doesn't really line up with Blackbeard all that well. But, okay, let me keep reading. Let me keep reading. Whoever's side fortune is on, Harald, it doesn't feel like... Why do you keep writing fire? I'm gonna use this. Whoever's side fortune is on, doesn't feel like it's on mine. So lend me your aid. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I refuse. I'd rather sink your ship right... That's your choice? So be it. Don't attack... Well, I mean, at least he says don't attack him. At least he said don't attack him. Though hard to believe, once every 3 years, the Celestial Dragons chose an island rich in resources and unaffiliated with the world government. You soft coward! That's crazy. That's crazy. And carry out a manhunt game, slaughtering all the natives. So, somebody help! This can't be... Oh, wait, no, wait, no, I'm not supposed to be goofing on them. Those are the people. No, somebody help, this can't be... I thought it was the crew. It's not the crew. I was gonna make a goofy voice for the crew. It's not a goofy voice. It's not a goofy voice. It's not a goofy voice at all, I'm sorry. It's not a goofy voice. I saw a very exaggerated, this can't be happening. I thought it was them. It wasn't. It wasn't. Okay, we're back to God Valley. The day of the God Valley incident. So wait, are we not gonna see... Are we not gonna see exactly how this thing happened? Did Rox just swing at him and that's it? I assume yes. Harald lost to let Rox go? Do you think there was even a fight? I just think he swung at him and they left it at that. I don't really even think they fought. Or is it said they fought? They did. It's not said they fought. I just think Rox swung at him. He called him a soft coward, swung at him, and then just walked out. He just dropped the mic. Or maybe there is shenanigans. Maybe there is shenanigans. They put on a show to trick the Marines. Yeah, it could also be something like that. It probably is that. Because my immediate thought was just like Rox got mad, swung at him, and then it was just like the typical thing of you swing at someone, and then you turn around and walk out while puffing. You big man. You big man. Okay, let's get to God Valley. In addition to the rare and exotic devil fruits, we have our grand prize of the events. Hailing from the Isle of Women within the calm belt of the Grand Line, the previous empress of the Amazons, praised as the most beautiful woman in the world, her name is Shakuyaku. Woo! Take her for a wife and make... Sus. This decision is yours. Oh, she's so beautiful. I want her. She was kept in pristine condition. Imagine talking about a person. She was kept in pristine condition. As if it was a box. The box is in pristine condition. Jesus Christ. A truly elite prize. Don't be stupid. If I win, she's my slave. She's my wife. Stop dreaming, Summers. You have... I want to see Shanks cut off his ugly hair. Just cut it off. Number one. And number two, I want Shanks to use cooking techniques on him. Various cooking techniques on him. Various cooking techniques. It's like julienne, right? I want him to julienne him. Okay. Also, something I haven't thought about. Wait just a minute. If there is a link between Shanks and Blackbeard that goes way beyond just them knowing each other and them potentially even being from the same spot and them potentially even having direct experiences here, I'm just thinking about Shanks going to Whitebeard. I'm almost wondering if there was a degree of making sure that Blackbeard doesn't get himself killed or get himself tied up with something bad. Like, in a weird way, I'm almost starting to wonder whether Shanks has been indirectly also protecting Blackbeard. Now, that seems crazy. But judging by what's going on right now, I don't even know. Now I see... Actually, this is so true! I didn't even think about this. Rayleigh was doing this even in the present day. That's right. I didn't even think about this. In Sabodi, we met Rayleigh as they were in the slave auction. He was dunking on them, even in the present day. The goat. Deadbeat departure. Deadbeat departure. The technique he was never taught. Okay, before I start going on an insane theory about Shanks protecting Blackbeard, let's actually finish the chapter. With you here, Gunko, we might win a trophy in the family competition. Please, get my children off this island. Don't let him have them. Jesus Christ. Come here, Teach. It's all right. It was Teach. It was him. But wait just a goddamn minute. Wait just a goddamn minute. Wait just a goddamn minute. He has a sister. A sister? His mom is holding Blackbeard and a little girl. It's not Teach? Bro, it looks exactly like him. Actually, no, it doesn't. Actually, no, I think it looks slightly like him. Yeah, actually, no, that's not him. Why did they have to make them so similar? No, it's not Blackbeard. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not them. It's not them. I think. Like, the kid there, he has the same hair as Blackbeard, but he has like a spiky thing. That's not them. That's not them. It's not them. It's not them. It's not. Fake news. He doesn't have a sister. It's fine. Get my children off the island of Shanks' mom? Wait, what? Are you sure about that? I mean, I guess, yeah, because she was stabbed in the stomach. I guess, yeah. But I expected her to be dead on the spot. I am stupid! It's not...
The person talking to Teach is a completely different I am stupid is the problem. Okay, so the people we saw that looked like Blackbeard, different family. Dragon saves Shanks' mom, and the person talking to Teach is a completely different person. I'm dumb. I am sorry, I am dumb. Come here, Teach. It's all right. You have to live through this. So, this is someone completely different. Lastly, every world noble is aware of them. In addition to the Buccaneer boy serving as a super rare... Yeah. In this contest, we have another target who's been found at long last after 800 years. The Davy clan. Look, this is going to be another one of those situations. Another one of those situations. Guys, I think we need to bring out the clown piece. The world government was doing so many diabolical things that I almost forgot that they were stupid. I need to remind you about a certain picture. As you can see by this picture, I must remind you that the world government is stupid. Why do they keep allowing their biggest threats on the planet to live? Why not get rid of them? As they're doing every time someone is a problem, they just kill them. Why not do it? Every single one of these people have been a problem for them. If they knew about the Davy clan, why the hell is he alive? Why didn't they just vaporize him? Huh? Every single one of these people have been a problem for the world government. Every single one. They could evaporate an entire island because it's slightly inconvenient, but literal existential threats. Existential threats to the world government's rule. Nah, let's let them in. I think we can control them. Literally, everyone at this table has been a problem for the world government. Everyone. Doflamingo, most of all, who is still chilling in a cell and laughing about a treasure in Marie Joie. Why is Doflamingo alive? That's what I don't understand. The world government is so like flip-floppy on their judgment. They find a random kid, you're in my way. Literally, like, I'm walking down a street, you're in my way. Well, you're dead now. Also, an existential threat who knows something about Marie Joie that might potentially, like, completely throw the world upside down and break a rule? Nah, he's fine chilling in a cell. What? Huh? World government tried to get rid of Moria multiple times, even at Marineford. They were just incompetent. Why would you send Doflamingo after Moria if you know that Doflamingo has dirt on you? Anyway, that aside, like, this is low-key. I'm just gonna tell you this. If I was the world government in the world of One Piece, Doflamingo would be dead for, like, years. Simple. Very simple, right? Like, as soon as Doflamingo was thrown into a cell and he was in the bottom of the abyss where he, like, does he have a dead man switch? Theoretically, maybe theoretically, but, like, he's already at the bottom of the abyss, right? Like, if he does have a dead man switch, we're cooked either way. Doflamingo should be dead. Blackbeard, as soon as you got him into the world government, he's dead. Just start killing all of these people. If you're the world government, literally go down the list. It would be so much easier for them. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie, this flashback is unironically almost giving me the same vibes as the Marley reveal. It feels like our perspective is being shifted so ridiculously that, like, the reason why I can even come up with I don't think this is me being insane. Like, I think there is genuine reasons to suspect that Shanks and Blackbeard might be closer than we know. Purely based on the events of God Valley and purely based on what is currently happening. His mother just died to the same dude who is killing Blackbeard's family. They are torn from the same cloth, basically, right? So now I'm thinking, like, the whole Ace thing. The fact that Shanks is like this weird middleman between Luffy and Ace, who are brothers, right?
but also Blackbeard, who is basically like just like him. And he doesn't really want to harm any of them because they're both traumatized. But he's like, Blackbeard's a crazy dude. I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't even know what to believe anymore. I don't. Since this is a Loki flashback, doesn't that mean he knows all of this and couldn't say or do shit because he was locked up? Because wow. The only way, like, I think if you want just my pure gut check, I don't think you're supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to think about this from the perspective of this is Loki telling the story. I think with the amount of details and the amount of different perspectives we've gotten on these things, I don't think Loki could have reasonably known any of this. Well, not any of this. He could have known a lot of this, but how many details there are, which are happening between two characters. This is not Loki telling the story. This is Oda telling the story. Okay. Except the Founding Titan holds the memories of the world. So if there is a special devil fruit that somehow allows him to peer into the memories of people and know the truths about the world, which would be very dangerous for the world government. If someone knew all of history, very dangerous for the world government, very dangerous for the world government. Special bounty on that guy. Special bounty on that guy. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out, because if you want to think about like Loki mythos, the trickster god, well, if he's prying into people's heads and getting their memories, that's one hell of a trick. That's one hell of a trick. So I don't know. The way I think of it, Gabon is there to fill in a lot of the gaps. This is almost certainly true. This is almost certainly true. I don't think you should be I don't think you should be thinking about this guy's special devil fruit power is to hold the memories of the world. I think that's me being insane. Except the Well of Mimir. And actually, the Well of Mimir, you know the story about how Odin gave up an eye for wisdom? Because Loki has his eyes, but they're just bandaged. Interesting. What if Loki and Heimdall are being twisted together and Loki sees everything through his insane hockey eyes, giving him past sight? Like, there are things in the current big picture One Piece world that I'm completely clueless on. One of them is Law's middle name of water, right? The Water Clan, literally no idea what Oda is doing with that. Literally no clue. He literally threw it in at the end of Dressrosa. Threw it in there as if it was nothing. And that's it. We literally haven't heard anything about. Well, I guess he briefly mentioned it in Wano when he went down to the poneglyph. I think he mentioned being a water as well. No idea what that's about. And Loki's eyes are the most recent one. No idea what Oda is doing with his eyes. I don't know why he looks like the frickin' the Lord of the Rings eye. The Eye of Sauron. Water and Law could just be surnames of his parents. Yeah, but the water thing, it was specifically mentioned that it's supposed to be kept a secret. Oh, because it's not the imagine if Davy Jones was Davy D. Water. I wonder who made a tweet about that. I tweeted about this like a month ago. Yes, I think it would be very, very funny. I think it would be very, very funny if that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know the exact thing. Like, the wiki just talks about the will of D. But there was a specific thing. There was a specific thing about the middle name of Law as well. Because the fact that he was a water was also a secret. It wasn't just about the D. It was also about the water. The water. The water. The 4 elements are D clans. Wait a minute. Surely not. I mean, you say that as a joke. But it could literally be the sea, the earth, and the sun. What were the gods on the mural? You say that as a joke, but hold up, wait just a minute. Hold up, wait just a minute. Something ain't right. The god of sun, the god of earth. Is this from the scans? I think this is from the scans. You say that as a joke, but like... Oh, this is analysis. This is analysis. The forest god, the sun god, the earth god. Man killed the sun and became god, and the sea god stormed, and they will never meet. This is Davy. This is Davy D. Jones, who killed Joy Boy and created the devil fruits by sacrificing his soul to the underworld. And they will never meet because he died. And they will surely meet. This is Luffy and Blackbeard. The Davy clan and the Joy Boy clan. In case you're wondering. No, like unironically. Within the void, the thing that I'm still... The forest god tamed demons and the sun spread the fires of war. This is the thing that's still... This is still the line that keeps rattling around my brain. Because I think it has to be Emu who tamed the demons. And then the sun god raged. It was a battle against them. And then Davy D. Jones might have but it... So, if I go back to my wacky theory about Luffy being and Joy Boy being the representation of hockey and the Davy clan being the representation of devil fruits. In the first world, a liberator rose up, which was hockey. They succumbed to grief, they succumbed to greed and touched the forbidden sun, which was their freedom. They took away their freedom. The enslaved prayed and the sun god appeared. The liberator appeared. The earth god raged and with its serpent of hellfire shrouded the world in death and darkness. So the earth god, I think this is unironically the Davy clan betraying the Joy Boy clan. I think this is literally like man killed the sun and became god and the sea god stormed. I think this is someone who betrayed the Joy Boy clan, and through some kind of shenanigans, that's how maybe the devil fruits formed. And they didn't become god, they became the devil of the sea. I mean, unless hell, there could also easily be different things that could actually be... Nah, bro, I give up. I give up. I give up. I need to get this as a poster. I need to get the goddamn One Piece mural across my wall. That's what I need as a poster. And then like every night before I go to sleep, I could be like, God damn it. Okay. I don't have anything to say about this chapter. Is there anything I missed? Probably a lot. Is there a break? There is no break. I unironically feel like I just watched the Marley reveal. Like, actually. I don't even like... I don't even know anymore. Man marked by flames? That is the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question. If we go... Hold up. Where's my Egghead video? How long ago was it? This is Davy D. Jones. It's not... Like, it's... I'm sorry, this is Davy D. Jones' ship.
Or man, or the man with the burn scar, or the man marked by flame, or call it whatever. This is the dude who, supposedly, has the world poneglyph that was once on Fishman Island. But now, Peep sails around in a all-black ship and destroys anyone who nears him with weird whirlpools.
Why do you sound different? Because I enunciate things when I'm reading a script.
It's of massive importance because, that is the final poneglyph. What we currently know is that Law, Kid, and supposedly at least some of the Blackbeard pirates are aware of what is going on around him, but still...
So, if this was Law and Blackbeard, makes a lot of sense. Why does Kid know about this? I've got no idea. Because if Law is of the Water Clan and Blackbeard is of the Davy Clan, well, bro, we got two ancient lineages. Makes sense that they know about someone like this, right? Bro thinks he's a part of the team, I don't know.
His location is obviously unknown. Importantly, though, it seems like none of the Straw Hats, including Robin, know of who that is. And another important piece of speculation comes from Shiryu, who said that he might work for the world government, as in he's just moving around, destroying everyone, and essentially working as the final gatekeeper for Laugh-Tale. As of now, that is all we know for sure, which obviously means that it is time for theories. And let's be honest, there's no intrigue here. I think most of us think that it's Dragon. It's not accurate in the anime, but that doesn't really matter much because in the manga, his ship is totally black. It almost seems to be coated in hockey. The mark by flame thing could rather be a statue or, I guess, scorch mark. As for the weird whirlpools, I mean, Dragon has been doing weird whirlpools and weird weather shenanigans every single time we've seen him. In Logtown, there was a mysterious storm, almost as if...
Also, I think I sound like my nose might have been filled. I sound very
Someone
stuffy,
was
to be
manipulating
honest.
the wind and the weather patterns. And then in post-war, with the whole Great Terminal thing, there was also a mysterious whirlpool of air. So yes, considering that we've seen just how weird weather patterns can be on the Grand Line, if someone were to control the currents, well, they could maybe create entire whirlpools like this. And finally, even Shiryu's speculation about them potentially working for the world government and trying to keep pirates at bay, I think also worked to support this idea in two different ways. Number one, yes, he isn't a pirate, so he doesn't really do piratey things. Shiryu supposes that it could be because he's a part of the world government, but really, I think it's because the revolutionaries are a completely external force. Which very nicely feeds into number two. I think the reason why he wants to keep everyone at bay and wants to make sure that no one gets the poneglyph is because he wants to be the final gatekeeper for the One Piece. For the sake of carrying out their entire, now multi-decade plan, they don't want someone to suddenly get to the One Piece and amass all that power. And so, instead of really trying to fight anyone, they just sail around with the key. So yes, I do think that there are a ton of things that just point right to Dragon. But at the same time, and this is really where it all falls apart, it doesn't really line up with what Robin should know and does know post-time.
Which, to be fair, Robin just doesn't talk. Robin spent 2 years with this guy. I guess probably not like exactly Dragon, but Dragon is gatekeeping lore.
Keep in mind that she has spent much more time with the revolutionaries than she has spent with Luffy. But
when I learned about this fact, this kind of blew my mind a little bit. The entire pre-time skip story is supposed to happen in like 3, 4, 5 months.
Than she has spent with Luffy. But when they talk about the last poneglyph, she has no idea where to look. But at the same time, based on the things we've seen Dragon do and react to, I think it is also plausible that the final poneglyph is a secret that wasn't even told to Robin. If it really is the final key to becoming the king of the pirates and essentially turning the world upside down, I can totally see Dragon holding onto that piece of information and never talking about it to essentially anyone, most of all Luffy, who is basically poised to become the next pirate king. Okay, now that we've gotten all the stuff that actually makes sense out of the way, of course, my personal wishes, and yes, I know you expected this, Davy D. Jones. In case you've forgotten about that, remember
There it is!
Longland, the arc that, especially in retrospect, seems very inconsequential, except for the fact that it introduces
This is
the
every
Davy
we
backfight,
talked about this.
aka Davy
We talked
Jones.
about this.
No, this is not me overanalyzing, and no, it's not a nod to the devil fruit.
I've been talking about this for so long that I even call out
There's an
myself.
actual character Oda is going to introduce. The anime versions of the ship is straight up Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. I will never let this go. Also, Longland is shaped like a crown that has just been filled up with water, so if you hid the final piece there, well, wouldn't you know it, you would become the Pirate King, aka you would wear the crown. That's where Davy D. Jones is, and that's where the One Piece is. Yes. Okay, but seriously, all jokes aside, think about it this way. Roger never had a devil fruit. He is the Pirate King, right? And
I think this is right.
also never had a devil fruit. People think there might be something to it. Well, what if that is because the final world poneglyph is held by Davy D. Jones and is at the bottom of the ocean? Maybe the reason why no one has ever reached Laugh-Tale after Roger is because most people equate devil fruits to power. Problem is, that's not really the case against Davy D. Jones.
I don't even remember
so
what this
even if
was
you got
about.
All three, you could never make it to Laugh-Tale because, well, you're just going to drown. So, the question that arises is, how is Luffy going to deal with that? I want you to know that I'm only half joking about this. And I also want you to know that I unironically think that the One Piece could be a drain. I think there is a hole going through the planet that was once filled with water. I am not going to elaborate on that. I will, however, say that emo blasting is creating weird displacements in water. Think about that. I also have an unhinged theory about how it might be someone from Shanks' crew and that Shanks is dangling the final poneglyph as a carrot on a stick for the elders, but okay, let's not get into that. And I also think that the man marked by flames could be Shanks because his hair is marked by flames because it's red. Because I am the G-Man.
Yeah, there we go. So that's where we ended up. So that's what I was talking about. I genuinely thought for a second that Shanks might be the burn scar man because his hair is touched by flame. Because it's red. Anyway. That was my theory back then. I don't even know if I believe any of it anymore. Well, I mean, I guess I got the Davy D. Jones part right. I guess he is a character, but I don't really... It doesn't seem like he's alive. But who knows? Who knows? We are reacting to him reacting to himself making theories. This is primetime YouTube content. What are you talking about?
Robin could learn everything about everyone during the time skip, but she won't say anything till the time is right. Yeah, that's true. She is gatekeeping lore as well. She is a bit of a gatekeeper. Anyway, it's been an hour and a half. I love this chapter because of course I did. I really, 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 really hope that the next chapter genuinely starts talking about the how characters coped. Well, like, we first need to see God Valley, so it's not going to be the next chapter. But I hope we start to touch on how people coped with God Valley, right? Not that it was just like this big event with horrible things, but how did Blackbeard become Blackbeard, and how did Dragon become Dragon? And how did Shanks become Shanks, and how did Shamrock become Shamrock, right? This seems like the actual explosion of how this world came to be in many ways, right? Including, I guess, Luffy, because the Devil Fruit is there too. So we'll see. We'll see. It does seem a little bit insane that most of it happened because of Shakky, though, which I guess is my worst prediction I've ever made, because I completely got that wrong. And that seems to be like the actual what's it called? Like the thing that ignited everything. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's it. Thanks a lot for joining me today. We'll be back next week to do it all over again. We'll see if that also takes 2 hours. This is easily the longest chapter stream I've ever done. I want to think about the mural. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for joining me. Have a wonderful start of your week, or wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a good one. And then I'm going to see you back throughout the week. There's a new main channel video coming soon, TM. It's a Breaking Bad video. So keep an eye out for that. And if not, then I'll be back next Sunday as usual. All right, that's it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.